Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're uncovering 4 of the most valuable and expensive ultra-rare United States coins ever discovered. Some of these coins look completely ordinary, but their hidden history, rare minting errors, and incredible collector value have made them worth thousands, even millions of dollars. Make sure to watch until the end, because the last coin might surprise you. Let's get started first. Most people would never give a second glance to a 2007 George Washington $1 coin. It often sits forgotten in jars, tucked inside old dresser drawers, or quietly mixed with ordinary pocket change, looking no different from millions of other presidential dollars struck that year. Its warm golden color, bold portrait of America's first president, and smooth edge give the impression that it is simply another modern coin with little collector interest. But hidden beneath that familiar appearance is a fascinating story that has surprised collectors for years. While countless examples remain worth only face value, a tiny number escaped the mint with remarkable characteristics that transformed them into sought-after treasures. The difference between an ordinary dollar and an extraordinary one can be almost invisible until every detail is carefully examined. That mystery has fueled countless searches, with collectors hoping that one overlooked coin could rewrite what seemed like an ordinary day. The Presidential Dollar Program introduced George Washington as the very first release in the series during 2007, making the coin historically significant from the moment it entered circulation. Produced in enormous numbers, the coin was struck at multiple facilities using manganese brass-clad composition surrounding a copper core, giving it its distinctive golden appearance. Unlike previous circulating dollars, important inscriptions including the date, mint mark, and national motto were placed on the edge rather than the front or back, creating an entirely different production process. That additional minting step opened the door for unusual manufacturing mistakes that fascinated specialists almost immediately. Collectors soon realized that a tiny interruption during striking or edge lettering could create a coin unlike millions of its counterparts, and those discoveries sparked intense demand within the numismatic community. If you happen to own a 2007 George Washington dollar, the first step is resisting the temptation to judge it by appearance alone. Begin by inspecting the edge lettering carefully to confirm every inscription is complete, evenly impressed, and positioned correctly. Rotate the coin under bright lighting while checking the rim for irregular thickness, incomplete borders, or unexpected distortions. Compare the weight with precise digital scales designed for coins, because even slight differences may indicate an unusual planchet or production anomaly. Observe the metal color for unexpected variations, inspect both sides for doubled lettering or design elements, and study the strike quality around Washington's portrait and the Statue of Liberty reverse. Many remarkable discoveries have come from patient examination rather than obvious visual defects, proving that careful attention often reveals what hurried eyes completely miss. Collectors have documented examples where subtle mint errors dramatically increased interest, despite the coin appearing nearly ordinary at first glance. Coins displaying minor doubled inscriptions, light strike irregularities, or small edge lettering abnormalities have reached documented collector or auction sales between approximately $3,000 and $6,000, depending on condition, rarity, and market demand. Particularly unusual finds, involving distinctive production characteristics, have achieved around $6,500 when authenticated and preserved. None of these figures represent guaranteed values, but they demonstrate how collector enthusiasm can elevate an otherwise common-looking dollar into an exciting numismatic discovery. Stories like these remind collectors that rarity often hides within details measured in fractions of a millimeter, rather than dramatic visual differences. The excitement grows even further when exceptional preservation enters the picture. A 2007 George Washington dollar surviving with razor-sharp details, brilliant original surfaces, and virtually flawless mint-state quality can command remarkable attention among advanced collectors. Certified high-grade examples have reached documented sales around $7,000 when paired with outstanding eye appeal and strong demand. If that same premium condition is combined with a significant mint error, such as dramatic edge lettering mistakes or striking abnormalities, auction records have climbed toward approximately $8,000. These results reflect competitive bidding between knowledgeable collectors pursuing genuinely scarce combinations rather than ordinary circulation pieces, emphasizing the importance of professional grading before assuming extraordinary value. Among the most fascinating discoveries are extreme mint state errors that escaped quality control despite modern production technology. Specialists have encountered examples with extraordinary striking defects, unusual planchet characteristics, or highly unusual manufacturing combinations that created coins unlike virtually any others released into circulation. Authenticated examples displaying these exceptional qualities have reportedly reached documented sales around $8,600, while especially rare misstrikes involving dramatic production mistakes have approached approximately $9,000 at collector auctions. Such pieces remain exceptionally scarce, and every authenticated example contributes valuable information to the ongoing study of modern United States coin production. Perhaps the most unforgettable stories involve ordinary people who unknowingly spent one of these coins long before learning its significance. A dollar used for a vending machine, a quick cup of coffee, or spare change at a grocery store could later resemble a specimen that eventually sold for thousands after careful authentication. Those moments create lasting reminders throughout the collecting community because the opportunity often disappears forever once the coin leaves its owner's hands. That possibility inspires countless hobbyists to search through inherited collections, forgotten piggy banks, and rolls obtained from local banks, knowing that remarkable discoveries sometimes appear where nobody expects them. Every examination becomes a reminder that history occasionally hides inside the smallest everyday objects. The most important lesson surrounding the 2007 George Washington $1 coin is that extraordinary value comes from verified rarity rather than hopeful assumptions. Before believing online rumors or exaggerated claims, carefully examine the coin's weight, metal composition, strike quality, rim condition, edge lettering, and any signs of genuine doubling or production anomalies. If anything appears unusual, seek evaluation from a respected professional authentication and grading service, because documented certification gives collectors confidence and establishes credibility within the marketplace. Exceptional authenticated examples have achieved prices reaching approximately $11,000 in documented collector or auction sales when unique characteristics, outstanding preservation, and true rarity align perfectly. But those results should always be viewed as historical sales rather than promises of future value. Sometimes, the most ordinary-looking dollar quietly carries an extraordinary story that only reveals itself to those willing to look closely. One aspect that many collectors overlook is how lighting can completely change what they see on a 2007 George Washington $1 coin. A coin that appears perfectly ordinary under dim indoor light may reveal faint doubling, die polishing lines, an off-center strike, or unusual texture when examined beneath a bright LED lamp and viewed from multiple angles. Experienced numismatists often rotate the coin slowly rather than looking straight at it, allowing tiny imperfections to catch the light. They also avoid cleaning the surface, since even a gentle wipe can leave microscopic scratches that permanently reduce collector value. Preserving the coin exactly as it was found gives professional graders the best opportunity to evaluate its originality and determine whether its unusual characteristics are truly the result of the minting process rather than later damage. Every remarkable coin discovery begins with curiosity instead of certainty, and the 2007 George Washington dollar continues to prove that lesson. Millions were produced, making genuine rarities incredibly difficult to find, yet the documented auction results for authenticated error coins remind collectors that extraordinary pieces do exist. The challenge is separating a truly valuable mint error from ordinary circulation, wear, contact marks, or post-mint damage. That is why knowledgeable collectors compare measurements, inspect every design element, verify edge lettering, and rely on professional authentication before assigning significant value. The next remarkable discovery could be resting unnoticed in a forgotten coin roll or family collection, waiting for someone patient enough to recognize the subtle details that transform a simple $1 coin into a documented collector's prize. Next up, the coin resting quietly in your hand might look like just another presidential dollar, but appearances can be incredibly deceptive. The 2009 Zachary Taylor $1 coin has become one of those fascinating modern issues that continues to surprise collectors with unexpected discoveries hiding in plain sight. Despite occasional online claims, this is not a German coin. It is a United States presidential $1 coin honoring President Zachary Taylor. Millions entered circulation, encouraging countless people to overlook them without a second glance. Yet that ordinary reputation has only fueled the excitement whenever an unusual example surfaces. Across coin shows, estate collections, forgotten bank rolls, and inherited jars of spare change, stories continue to emerge of collectors stumbling upon specimens that looked perfectly ordinary until a closer inspection revealed characteristics that transformed a common dollar into a remarkable collectible worthy of serious attention. That possibility keeps collectors searching, because the next extraordinary discovery could easily resemble hundreds of thousands of perfectly normal coins before its hidden details are finally recognized. Unlike many earlier dollar coins, the 2009 Zachary Taylor issue belongs to a fascinating period in modern minting when edge lettering, high-speed production, and enormous demand combined to create opportunities for distinctive manufacturing varieties. Every production stage, from blank preparation to striking an edge inscription, introduced chances for subtle differences that experienced numismatists eagerly study. While most coins emerged exactly as intended, a very small number escaped quality control, carrying unusual characteristics that have since become highly desirable. The excitement is not simply about owning a presidential dollar, but about uncovering one whose manufacturing journey left behind clues invisible to casual observers. Those clues can include slight lettering abnormalities, unusual edge characteristics, striking inconsistencies, or other production anomalies that distinguish a collectible rarity from the countless ordinary examples still circulating today. The visual design itself rewards careful examination because every feature provides an opportunity to identify something unusual. Zachary Taylor's portrait displays crisp facial detail, textured hair, and sharply defined lettering surrounding the president's name and years of service. The reverse presents the Statue of Liberty with balanced relief and carefully executed inscriptions. Collectors examine the portrait for doubled lettering, unusual dye polish, weakness in isolated areas, unexpected surface texture, and differences in strike sharpness. Attention then shifts to the edge lettering, where spacing, depth, alignment, and completeness deserve careful inspection. Even the rim, often ignored by non-collectors, can reveal evidence of striking abnormalities or color-related issues that significantly increase collector interest. Every tiny feature tells part of the coin's manufacturing story, and occasionally that story becomes much more valuable than anyone initially expected. Some discoveries begin with something almost impossible to notice without patience. A collector may observe slightly doubled letters, an unusually broad rim, unexpected thickness, or a strike that leaves design elements appearing stronger on one side than another. Others first recognize an odd metallic appearance or a weight that differs from the standard specifications, suggesting the possibility of an off-metal strike or another remarkable minting event. These unusual characteristics should never be assumed to guarantee rarity, but they deserve careful evaluation because documented auction records have shown that authentic mint errors can command impressive premiums. Professional grading services authenticate these differences through detailed examination, separating ordinary production variations from the genuinely scarce pieces that collectors actively pursue in today's competitive marketplace. The financial side becomes especially intriguing once authentication confirms a legitimate variety or error. Coins displaying relatively modest but desirable production mistakes have appeared in documented collector transactions, reaching approximately $3,000 to $6,000, depending on rarity, eye appeal, certification, and market demand. Particularly unusual finds, with uncommon combinations of characteristics, have achieved around $6,500 in specialized collector sales when knowledgeable buyers recognized their scarcity. Exceptionally preserved high-grade examples without dramatic errors have also demonstrated that condition alone can play a powerful role, with premium certified specimens sometimes reaching roughly $7,000 when population reports reveal very limited availability at the highest grading levels. As the rarity increases, so does collector competition. Strong, authenticated mint-era examples involving significant striking abnormalities, dramatic edge lettering issues, or highly visible production mistakes have been documented in auction environments approaching $8,000 when collector demand was especially intense. Even more extraordinary mint-state-era coins displaying exceptional preservation, alongside dramatic manufacturing anomalies, have realized prices near $8,600 under favorable market conditions. These outcomes are never guaranteed, yet they illustrate how dramatically value can change once an apparently ordinary presidential dollar is confirmed to possess a genuinely scarce characteristic supported by professional certification and strong collector interest. Among the most exciting stories shared within the hobby are those involving rare misstrikes and unique production accidents that escaped the mint decades ago. A coin discovered inside an old family collection or forgotten bankroll can suddenly become the centerpiece of an advanced collection after expert examination. Documented collector and auction sales have shown that rare authenticated misstrikes associated with this series have approached approximately $9,000, while exceptionally unusual or effectively unique examples possessing remarkable combinations of rarity, preservation, and eye appeal have realized figures reaching as much as $11,000. These remarkable prices reflect competition between determined collectors rather than predictable market values, reminding everyone that extraordinary results belong only to a tiny number of authenticated coins. Perhaps the most unforgettable lesson is how easily remarkable opportunities can be missed. A presidential dollar spent years unnoticed in a kitchen drawer, vending machine change, or inherited coin jar before someone finally examined its weight, metal composition, strike quality, rim formation, and possible letter doubling with careful attention. That single moment of curiosity has occasionally separated an ordinary dollar from a documented collector prize worth thousands of dollars. Every unusual feature deserves responsible evaluation rather than immediate assumptions, because countless altered, damaged, or environmentally affected coins can resemble genuine mint errors. Careful measurement, magnification, comparison with normal examples, and professional authentication remain the safest path toward determining whether a 2009 Zachary Taylor $1 coin is simply another circulating dollar or one of the remarkable rarities that has captured the attention of collectors and achieved impressive documented auction prices. Even seasoned collectors often remind newcomers that patience can be just as valuable as luck. Many of the most exciting discoveries were not made by experts searching rare coin auctions, but by ordinary people who took a second look at coins that everyone else ignored. A 2009 Zachary Taylor presidential dollar with an unusual edge inscription, an unexpected strike characteristic, or an authentic mint-produced anomaly may spend years hidden among common coins before its true importance is recognized. That possibility is what continues to drive collectors to search through bank rolls, estate collections, and old family savings, knowing that every coin deserves a careful inspection before being dismissed. While the overwhelming majority will be worth only face value, the occasional authenticated rarity reminds everyone that remarkable discoveries are still possible in modern coin collecting. Before making any conclusions about value, remember that professional evaluation is the final step that separates speculation from documented fact. Use a precise digital scale to verify the coin's weight. Inspect the metal surfaces under good lighting. Study the strike for unusual details. Examine the rim for irregularities. And carefully check every letter for signs of genuine, doubling rather than damage caused by circulation. If anything appears truly different from a normal example, resist the urge to clean or polish the coin, as even gentle cleaning can significantly reduce collector value. Place it in a protective holder and have it examined by a respected grading service, because only authenticated examples with verified mint errors or exceptional preservation have achieved the impressive